Hey guys, it's Dan again. Welcome back to my channel. So today is Saturday and I just got out of work. It's about 7 p.m. and the sun is still out. So I'm on my roof and I'm enjoying my Cuban Libre while looking at the views of Boston. And this gives me a chance to tell you guys what Boston is like. So this area is called the South End, and it's kind of like in the border of the Back Bay line neighborhood. And these two neighborhoods are one of the best neighborhoods in Massachusetts. That's the Prudential Tower building where all the shopping malls and offices are. They have like all the brand name stuff in there, and it's very close to Newbury Street, which is the shopping street of Massachusetts, basically, with all the expensive boutiques and stores there. And next to over here, that's the John Hancock Tower. It is really nice. It's one of the best looking buildings in Boston. And if you look further down here, that's the new Millennium Tower that was recently built. And one of the units, the penthouse there, was sold over $30-something million for the top unit, and it was not completely built. It was just like a box. And I read about it. The guy spent another $15 million to build up, so that top unit of that building cost over $50 million to live there. And it's in downtown Boston, and I actually can see it from here. And over here, that area there, that's the financial district of Boston, and I can actually see the Citibank Tower from here. And so let me zoom out. So the area where I'm at is where all the colleges are. So Northeastern, Wentworth, Mass College of Arts, Simmons College, Emmanuel College. It's tons of colleges here. One of the most popular ones is the Berkeley School of Music, where a lot of famous singers went to, like Charlie Puth, Natalie Maines, the Dixie Chicks, Steven Tyler, Aerosmith, Dan Etheridge, the guy that sang Gangnam Style, he went there. So there's a lot of famous people that actually went there. And over here, where the sunny side of Boston is where Fenway is. So that area is where the Boston Red Sox play, and their stadium is called the Green Monster. And sometimes they have concerts there. Like last time they had Justin Timberlake and Jay-Z concert, I could actually hear them from my roof. So it's pretty cool. And that's where BU, Boston University, is. Yeah, so the Boston Red Sox play at the Fenway. The Celtics plays in the North End, and it's in the TD Garden Center. And the New England Patriots, they play in Foxborough, which is like a suburb of Boston. It's like and if you go down further, that's Cambridge, and that's where Harvard University and my alma mater, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, is. I went there for 4 years, but I didn't go for a graduate after that. I started working right away. So Boston is a pretty nice town. Like, it has a lot of colleges, so it's filled with a lot of different people everywhere. So it creates a nice diversity of people on the streets. So as you walk along, you see all different types of people. And it also has the best hospitals too. Like down here, that's the Boston Medical Center. That's where BU students medical is, and Tufts Medical is in Chinatown, which is not too far from here. And in Longwood area, which is near Fenway, that's where Beth Israel is. And in the North End, that's where Mass General Hospital is. So these are like the best hospitals that or like a lot of famous, even like the president, whenever they have some issues, they would be flown here. So Boston is a really nice city to be in. I've been here forever, and I really loved it. And so I was gonna just do a take update. So I'm gonna go downstairs and show you a little update of what I've been able to take. guys, so I just got down from the roof deck and here's a update of the tank since my last video. So as you can see, there's a wonton soup container in the tank floating around. So from my last video I explained that this big clownfish was picking on this little clownfish here, and I kept it in there for only a few days, and then when I released it, it stopped picking on that little guy for a few days, and then it just started picking on him again. So I guess while I was at work, he bit on this little guy rather, he really bit him because his dorsal fin and his tail fin badly damaged. So I decided to keep him in there a little bit longer, maybe a week or two, and then hopefully by that time the damaged fish will heal, and then I release him again. The other update that I have on the tank is that from my last video I mentioned that the green torch coral, the tentacles haven't come out as normal as it did in the past. And one of my viewers, Eduardo, he mentioned that his torch coral does well in lower light, like moderate light. So I decided that that was a great idea. Maybe I should try that. And I decided to move that torch coral down to this area where it's shaded. And then I also mentioned that from my last video that there's this calcium thing that was growing on the side of its of the torch coral that I don't know what it was. So the story is, when I picked that torch coral up, there was a bristle worm that was hanging at the bottom. So I quickly grabbed my tongs and took out the bristle worm and put it on the counter to look at it, and it was pretty big and nasty. So I decided to just flush it down the sink. I'll show you a clip of that as well when it was on the counter. It's kind of squirmy. So I decided to move that torch coral down here, and when I moved that piece, I noticed that the thing that was growing on its side started moving. And then I looked online, I did a little bit more research, and I found out it's actually a clam. I did a time-lapse video of it, and it shows the valves moving back and forth, like opening and closing, I mean. And it looks pretty cool. So I left it down here for a couple of days, and then the second day I forgot that this area here, that hollow, the indentation here, that's where the algae blenny sleeps. So it's pretty cool. Every night, as soon as I turn off the light, he would go to that spot and line its body there, and then go to sleep there, I guess. So he did that a couple of times, and that torch coral fell over to the ground. And so I decided to move it back up there because I read that the clam requires a lot of light to grow. So I'm hoping that will be the case. That right now it actually does look like a clam. Just last week it didn't look like anything. It looked just like a piece of calcium growing on the side, but now it actually looks just like a clam. And I'm hoping it'd be a nice, beautiful Maximus clam or something. I don't know. I'll update you guys on that one as it grows bigger, and I'm hoping to find a way or do research on it to find a way to separate the torch coral from the clam, so they won't bother each other. Uh, yeah, and the other thing is that white coral piece I have in the back there. That one, it unfortunately the purple polyps have all disintegrated, but I'm hoping that it'll grow back. Uh, it's pretty recent, so I can't tell that it'll go back or not, but I'll update you guys on that. But I also like that piece because the hippo tang love to hide in there when they sleep. Uh, Before, when they were smaller, they were able to hide in the little crevices around the tank. But now, because they have gotten so much bigger, I think compared to when I got them, they probably have grown up like 4 or 5 times its size. It's huge now, and I love it that they find that new area to hide, so it's more visible than the back area. I was planning to add a couple more of those white corals uh, in the back there, so it'd be a nice background, and over here as well, or maybe in the middle as well, because it does add a really nice touch to the tank. So yeah, another thing is like the reason why I show you a part of Boston is because I want to branch out my video content. uh, I only have this little tank to keep making videos, unless I have another no, set up another tank. I don't have much to update on except for these little guys here because I'm limited to it. So I was planning to make videos of other things, other events in my life, and um, so hope you guys look forward to that and will like it as well. I'll start with some videos of my little niece competition in rhythm and gymnastics, see how that goes, like a couple of them, because she recently, last week, she just had a competition and she did really well, and her routines are great. So I'm gonna make a couple of videos of that after I post this one. So thanks guys for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you like this video, and I'll keep you more up to date on how these fish grow, because there's, even though they've gone bigger, they're pretty small still. Thanks guys, good night, bye, have a great weekend.